Hello, guys. This is DJ Destiny from KCYP 97.7 FMLP The City, also known as DJ Destiny from RGB Rocks, as you may know. Now we have Brianna here with us in the, well, I guess, quote unquote studio today. So, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good.
So, before we start this interview, do you want to give like a little description about like yourself, like where you're from, or like for the people that might not know you?
Sure. I live in McAllen. I'm a small local artist. I put out some music on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Also, I try to put out content onto there under the name Brilistic. Um, yeah, you could check me out on those areas. That's kind of what I do. I just try to get as much art out there as I can.
All right. So I want to ask you, like, before we go into like the deeper questions about Tina El Rey and things like that, I want to know what was the inspiration behind like Burlistic, and I also heard that you also go by Bug.
Yeah. So the inspiration for Ballistic, I guess, I was really young when I started making music, and then when the name came to me, this maybe like 3 years ago, and it was actually my gamer tag that I used on certain areas, and like I was like, that's kind of cool, so I decided to stick with it.
And for Bug?
And for Bug, that's kind of my nickname. Just in the normal world, I guess I found that Brianna wasn't really working for me. But like in a formal situation, I'll be like, my name is Brianna Maya. But around my friends, I'm kind of just like, I'm Bug. Simple.
Okay. And when did you first discover like Tina El Rey? Is there like any testimony behind it or like any backstory?
Not really. I was kind of the kid in my household that wasn't allowed to go out much. So Cine El Rey was kind of like this area that local artists could go and perform, and I was immediately just like in awe of it. Like what you mean here? There's a place where we can get up on a stage and entertain people. So when I finally managed to find it and go there a few times, I loved it. I was actually really happy.
All right. And what kind of events did you go to? Were they like the concerts or like the open mic?
I went to a few open mics.
And did you perform there?
I didn't get to, which
Oh,
is
dang.
actually really awesome. The fact that I got to perform for this little live stream that we did the other day.
So, going to like the next question, was this like your first time ever performing at Cine El Rey?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. And what did you think
Yeah,
about it?
I had a blast. I remember, since I do a lot of small kind of performances, I was excited to get up on a stage, do a live stream of my own stuff, and everyone was really supportive. It's always awesome when you have like a bunch of other artists around you who geek out about the same things, and we're just like positive reinforcement all around. You're all working towards the same goal. It was really awesome.
Wow. And when you first heard about like the live stream, like when it promoted the Cine El Rey project, what were your first like reactions about that?
Well, my buddy Jeg actually told me about it. He was like, "We'd love for you to kind of come on down and do a little performance, like 3 songs." And I was stoked because I mean, during this whole quarantine, I haven't been able to do much of that. So I was like, "Heck yeah, I'll go and do a little performance for y'all," and it's helping too. Like I was so excited.
Wow. So, do you want to have anything like else to say about like the Cine El Rey project or like Save Cine El Rey to like the audience?
What I'd like to say is that if you're in a position where you can help, and if you are someone where music in general or like the journey of creating art in that kind of way has touched you, like I advise you to try to help donate to Cine El Rey, because down here in McAllen, we're really trying every day to kind of make sure local artists get the support that they need, and make sure that it's not just New York that has a bunch of talent. And so if we can like pitch in the little that we can to help Cine El Rey, like we can continue to make people believe that, hey, down here we got talent too. We got art that we want to show.
Okay. And thank you so much for saying that, though. For anybody else that is listening, you can, donate as little as $5 to www.cineelrey.org. And I mean, any donation is acceptable. I mean, we can even take like $1. It doesn't have to be $5, but any donation is acceptable. So, do you have any like shout outs or any social media plugins you want to add before we end this interview?
Oh, sure. You can follow me on YouTube under Brilistic, exactly how it sounds. Same thing for Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, and my Instagram is xbrianna_sings x.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me here today for this interview. I hope you have an amazing day, and thank you so much.
You too. Thank you so much for having me.
This is DG Destiny here from KCYP 97.7 FMLP The City. If you would like to see more of what RGB Rocks has to offer, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you want to listen to any of our live episodes, please visit www.thecity977.com or search us up on The City 97.7 on the TuneIn app. Thank you.